I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. Today we're doing the Candelabra Wreath. And I'll also show you that you can just use the candelabra by itself as well. But we're going to go and explain everything in the wreath to you, and then we'll get started on the candelabra. I picked up all of the skeletons and the little black bird at the Dollar Tree. So those were all purchased there. And I picked up the spider ribbon from Michael's. And I have a video on how to do the ribbon, so I didn't have to stop and create a ribbon each time in the videos. And then of course I added some purple to kind of tie the color in on this side as well. Just a little package of snakes, just like the little spiders come, that were probably $1, so it's rather inexpensive. The crowning jewel of this is the candelabra, and I really love this. This came from Michael's. And it's a great piece by itself. It can be a great centerpiece with other things around it. Or you could take the Halloween wreath and set up around it the smaller one as well as a centerpiece. And it would look really neat. Now my wreath is an old big Christmas wreath. And you can buy these at the thrift store or garage sales, ones that are just about done with their Christmas life, and just take a can of black spray paint and spray it really well. You have to kind of spray it one direction and then the other direction, especially on these larger ones. And then the last time that you're spraying it, when it's still nice and tacky, sprinkle your glitter on top of that, and then you get the glitter effect with it as well. Now the candelabra I found this year at Michael's. It was $5.99, and I liked the little jewels that it had on it, and I think it's just a really cool piece. I found some last year at Target as well, and this was in the dollar section up front. This was $2.50, and this one I added a lot of bright fun colors to. And so you can do a whole bunch of different things with it as well. If you want, this one I didn't want as bright. I wanted it to kind of go with my wreath a little bit more. On the little skeleton guys, I also sprayed them with glows, which is from Krylon, and it is a glow-in-the-dark paint. And that is just in the spray can section, and spray it 2 or 3 times. So if you hang this wreath up, it will glow in the dark and you'll see the skulls at night. So it's kind of a neat effect as well. Now when you buy these candelabras, they're 2 pieces and they just pull right apart, and they're flat, so don't think that you're missing something. They're actually come in 2 pieces. So we're going to do one section of it for you so you can see how we did it. We are going to start with the yellow, and we're just going to create the flames. And on this I am using dandelion. Most of the time I use dandelion for my yellow, and I'm using the #1 tool, the small end. If this is your first time to see the wax design, there is a great YouTube video that I have that shows you the basics of wax design on my YouTube site. Just click on that and that'll show you a bunch of fun stuff. So then I'm going to go into my candles now. We're going to make them red. To me, Halloween candles should just be red. I don't know why. And I'm going to follow kind of the shape of what they've already got there, what they've already created. So we're going to kind of just go with what's already there. Now I'm going to pull 2 strokes down from here to create the rest of the candle, and 1 stroke up, and I'm going to do some dots. Dripping a little bit here. I need to slow down just a little bit. And we'll do another dot there in a minute, or we just may leave that dot there. So you can see these little curves right here. So that's kind of where the wax has flown down. So we're just kind of following that around. And there is no right or wrong, and not each one of these can be done a little bit different because actually that's the way the candle would melt. So I've kind of stuck to more of a uniform pattern, but you can definitely make them more random. And I'm just kind of filling in between the strokes with dots to give it color here. And this is just regular red Crayola. And we're going to pull 2 strokes down. There is a bunch of really cool Halloween stuff out now like this. It is glitter. Any signs or decoration that is based like this is glitter, you can do the wax technique on, and I'd love to get my hands on some of it. There's some really neat stuff. Get your coupons and go and buy them. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do out there. And it's just amazing how much life you add to it by adding the texture and the color of the Crayola onto items like this. You just bring them to life and make them lots of fun. Okay, so we've done our little candles, and what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we are going to work with the purple. And the purple that I am using today is Purple Mountain's Majesty. And actually, if I did this again, I would probably use the regular purple crayon and add a little bit of white to it to match the jewels a little bit better. You want to add a little bit of white to it because it is so dark, it's almost black. And I am again just following the shape of the candle holder, and I'm just kind of coming around with all those curves. And we're just bringing that in, and then we're going to go down here and we're going to do the same thing. Bring that around and bring it up from the bottom so it meets in the middle there. And then what I did here is I brought one up, 2 smaller ones on the side. Do this guy over here. So I'm doing about 4 of these little curls just to fill up this space. And one in from here, and then one that direction, and then 2 smaller on each side of it. And I dropped one on the other side, so I'm going to go back down there and I am going to clean that up. Take our hobby knife. If you cut on either side of it when you do a drop like that, then you can just clean that right up. And if you want to pop that top layer off, or you can just leave it, a lot of times it'll pop right off because that wax underneath it was already cooled. So we've already cleaned that drop. Just bring those guys in. Okay, we're going to go down to the bottom now and finish off the bottom. And we're doing basically the same thing. We're following those strokes just around, all the way around. I need to warm up my tool just a tad here. And we're coming in down here. And trying to figure out what I did so I matched the other ones. And on this one I did a reverse, but just do what you feel is right, what you feel matches. There is no right or wrong. Just because I do it the way I do it doesn't mean that it's right. And I just try to follow these cutouts as much as possible when I was working with them. This one this way down here, another one this way here, and we're going to go back and add the dot here and a dot here. And remember, if your strokes don't reach all the way, you can definitely add a dot. The dot will really, really help add to fill in areas. So we've got that there, and we've got that there. So we've done that part also. Now we're going to come back and we're going to fill in our silver. And I used silver on it because I thought silver was kind of more of the, to make it look like an actual candle holder. So on these little guys, these are actually the candle where they actually set the candle, and I am using my my 0 tool, my small side, and I'm doing small dots first all the way across to give it more that ornate look is what I'm after. Remember to load each and every time you do a dot. Doing these. And I really just like these. I don't know why I like them so much, but I think they're so much fun. You can set them in the center of your table. There's just a lot that can be done with these. Use them in conjunction with other decorations. Put them on top of the fireplace. I switched to my number 1 tool, the larger end, and I'm coming back and I'm doing larger dots now. And after we get these dots, we're going to switch to our number 2 tool here, and we're going to do some of these dots coming up the middle. So we're going to start right here on the side. We're going to go dot, 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 and we're going to go dot, dot, dot. So you're doing a descending dot. Now we've already done the one in the middle, so the first one I'm going to tap right on my second place. So we've already done that big one there, so it'll look the same when we get to the other side. And up at the top I did kind of just a little stroke here to fill that area in. And then when I got down to the next part here, and we're switching tools off, this is where it's really, really great for you to know your tools, to know what size stroke they make, so you can say, hey, I need the next size smaller tool, and it's easier for you to work with it because of that, because you know which one you need. We're doing a descending dot there, and then right after these we're going to do one more descending dot and descending dot there, and then we're going to come in with, we're still using that number 2 tool, and I'm going to do some strokes here, and I'm going to start to turn it. So we want to follow the shape again of our candle holder, and then we're going to start to pull those up. And I did a descending dot at each one of the ends of those, and one's right there. Now we're going to come down to this bottom part here, and again I'm just trying to follow that design, and I'm doing a stroke, and then I'm doing some descending dots up, and then I'm going to do a stroke the other way, kind of curve it, and then a dot in each one of those. Now this last bottom part, this is kind of more of his base, so I'm just going to kind of pull it here. So we have that, and then I went back and I put a couple of little just kind of dots going up the little, just to give it a little bit more texture in the part that was emptied. So there we've added so much more fun to a basically simple item. Made it playful and colorful, and now we're going to take it, we're going to put it together. Alright, and there we have our wonderful candelabra. Now on this wreath, I just would tie this into it, or if we have the smaller wreath, you could have that around with some orange and purple bulbs, which would be really, really cool. You also could put some kind of Christmassy lights or orange lights in there for Halloween, would be really, really awesome too. So there's so many fun things that you can do with this little piece, and I really, really enjoy it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, and if you have any comments, please email me at art@miriamjoy.com, or if you have any questions for any of the wax tools that we use today, please visit my website at miriamjoy.com. Also, there is a YouTube link there for more fun videos for you to do, and we'll keep changing them up as the seasons and everything go on. And also there's a Facebook link as well that you can jump on over and see what we're posting daily for you. So thank you for joining me today. And Bud is so happy he's done with the videos today. God bless.